Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to yet another English class. Today we are going to start with the grammar portion of our lesson. Okay? The first lesson in your book is nouns. Now, before I start my grammar work, I just wanted to know about the game you used to play. You still play, right? The game is known as Guess the Alphabet or Find the Word. What is that game? Find the word. Yeah, there is a game called Find the Word or Find the Alphabet. A person is told to memorize A to Z, and we tell them to start and then to stop while they are memorizing, and where the word as the letter has been stopped. For example, he is telling ABCD and he stopped at the letter D. So we are going to tell them to write the names of one person, place, animal, thing in their book with the letter D. Do you understand? So they write Delhi, maybe a name is Dina, then what else is there? Name, place, and then animal is donkey, and thing is drum. All right? So D, the letter D has got lot of words. What all did I tell? It is Delhi, then doll, then I named the person Dina, and what else is there? Name, place, animal is dog, thing is doll. Okay? So we have got the names. Now what we are going to name this? What is this grammar portion? How am I going to connect this? Yeah, these are all nouns, means naming words. What are they called? Naming words. Okay, these are known as naming words. So Delhi, doll, Dina, dog. These are all categories of different things, isn't it? There is a human being, there is a non-living thing, etc. Okay? So let us begin our chapter called nouns. Now we are entering the gate of the noun. Let us see who are the participants inside that. Okay? Each one. If I tell each one as a key, then noun is the big key and you have the branches of the other keys here. First and foremost is proper noun. Okay? Proper noun we can term as Dina. Okay? She is a proper. Why proper? Why is she proper? Because we are naming that person. That person is Dina. Okay? We are calling that name. Then what is the next one? Next is common. Okay? What do we say common? Yeah, we are seeing lot of things in as common. Okay? That is the dog. Dog is a common thing, isn't it? We are not naming it. That is why dog become a common thing. Alright? Common animal. Did you understand? Common. Dogs are there, cats are there, mouse, isn't it? They are all common. We are not telling in particular. So that is called a common noun. Okay? School, books, etc. Then what is the next one? We have, in common nouns, we can count something and we can not count something. Okay? We can count a lot of things. For example, dolls, we can know how many dolls are there. Okay? We can count. But we cannot count something that is known as uncountable. What is it known as? Uncountable. Okay? And these come in the category of abstract noun. What is it called? Abstract noun. I'm going to write it over here. Okay, abstract noun come in the category of uncountable. And these are all countable. Okay. Countable can be boxes, then schools also can be there, pen, pencil, etc. Okay, so you almost understood what is it. Next we are coming to abstract nouns. Abstract noun is a bit difficult because here we are talking about nouns and we are telling we can touch it. If I tell I can touch and feel it. Yeah, coming to science section, isn't it? So nouns actually are based on 5 senses of us. What is that? What are the 5 senses, sense organs? Have you learnt about sense organs in your science class? Yes, we can smell it, we can touch it. What else is there? We can hear something, then we can feel something. Okay, so what is feeling? Feeling is coming under abstract. The feelings and emotion. Feeling and emotion. Okay, feeling and emotions come under abstract nouns, which we cannot touch, we just can feel it. Yes, here the mother is loving her child, loving. Okay, the word love is abstract. Did you understand? Only we can see it, but you cannot touch it. You can't go and touch love, isn't it? Then what else? You are looking at the garden. You have gone to a garden and you are seeing a flower over there. A lovely flower or a beautiful flower. So beautiful. The word beautiful becomes abstract. Alright? So did you get the difference? Okay. Now let me see, some abstract nouns are also countable. Now how can we count the abstract nouns? Yeah, for example, countable, here feelings and this one we can say ideas. I have a lot of ideas. Ideas is countable. Okay, next comes lies. How many lies did you tell today? Okay, that is coming under abstract noun, but it is countable. All right. Next is troubles. You are a troublesome boy. How much trouble you have given me? Did you understand? So the difference between uncountable and countable. Countable is we can count a number of things. Uncountable means we cannot count. We cannot count at all. Okay. So can we count milk? Can we count milk? So we can write it here, right? Uncountable, isn't it? Next one, gold. Can you count gold? No. So gold. Am I clear? All right. Thank you, students. I am winding up for today, and next session we will be talking more about this. All right.